using Time Machine. Last week I showed you how you could set up Time Machine and explain briefly what Time Machine actually is. And Time Machine essentially just backs up your entire Mac to an external hard drive. If you have that hard drive permanently connected to your Mac, it will back up roughly every hour just to make sure that it's got the most current and up-to-date versions of everything on your hard drive. Now if you lose a file or you delete it, then you can of course restore it from within Time Machine. Now you can enter Time Machine by using the dock icon, or you can click on the Time Machine icon in the menu bar and go to enter Time Machine. Either of those will do fine. And the rule, generally speaking, is to go into the app or the folder that you're looking for that particular item. So if I wanted to restore an email, I would go into Mail and then initiate Time Machine. If I wanted to restore a contact within my address book, I'd go into the address book and then initiate Time Machine, and then it would display all the past history for that particular app. So just for this demo, I'm just going to do it on the desktop. Sometimes I'll have things on my desktop whilst I'm using them during the day, and I may need to recover that. So we'll just click to enter Time Machine, and you'll see it opens up a window. Time Machine opens up. You can see all the different desktop windows spanning back throughout time. Now on the right hand side here, you can see the whole of the timeline. Because this is a new Mac, this only goes all the way back to sort of July when I first started backing this one up. But you can see the entire history of the Mac here in the timeline. You can just click on any particular date to go straight to that date. So if you knew you were working on something about a week ago, you could go back a week in the timeline here. You've got some arrows here so that you can manually go backwards and forwards through time to find any files. And then at the bottom you've just got cancel, which will exit Time Machine. The current time, which is today, because we're at this point in time now in the present, and then you've got the option here to restore. So you can click, if I wanted to restore an application, I could go into the applications folder and I could search through looking for, say, an app that perhaps I've deleted and I want to restore that. But I'm just going to do on the desktop, and all I need to do is just click the arrow here and you'll see that it goes back through time. It will search and then it will stop when it finds an item that is different to what's on the desktop at the moment. So this is a file that I was working on earlier today. If I want to restore that to my desktop, all I need to do is click it, click restore, and it will come back to present day and it will put that file on my desktop. So you can see it here on my desktop. It's now restored that file, and it's very easy to do that for other things as well. So as I said, you can do that with apps, you can do it with emails, because I did have at one point several thousand emails and they just all of a sudden vanished when I went in to look for them. I don't know how or why, and I just opened up Mail, went into Time Machine, searched through until I'd got those several thousand emails, just highlighted them all, hit restore, and it put those emails back. So it's very simple to do. And as I said, you can initiate Time Machine from the Time Machine menu bar item. So just go enter Time Machine, and you'll see as I go through time, just by clicking the arrows here, that it stops every time it detects a change in the timeline. So I can just keep going back and you'll see that there's different things here appearing on my desktop from various different points in time, and I can just click any of these items to restore them. So there's a screenshot here. If we go back even further, there's some more files, some video files that perhaps I was working on. So if I wanted to restore this video file, I just click on it, hit restore, it brings me back to the present day and it puts that video file onto my desktop just like that. And as I said, that works across any folder, so whether it's downloads, documents, applications, anything that you've got on your backup drive from any point in time, it just restores it. So it's very, very simple, very easy to do. And as I said, depending on what you want to restore, you may need to go into that particular application. So if it's photos, you'll need to open up iPhoto, go back through time so you can reclaim those photos, and so on. Now you can quick look items as well. So if we go back into Time Machine just by launching it from the dock here, if let's just go back in time and find a file, one where there's quite a few, I can find some. So because this is a typical Finder window, it works in much the same. You've got the Spotlight search bar up the top here, and you can go into folders. So if I wanted to go into this folder, I can go in here and view what's in the folder. You can quick look things to preview them. So I can just preview this video file just to make sure it's the right one that I want before I restore it. So it works exactly the same as anything on your Mac. It's not going to exit out of Time Machine as soon as you click on or do anything as such. So let me just click cancel, and that will exit out of Time Machine and bring us back to the present day, and you'll see all my restored items on my desktop. So it's very easy to use, a nice simple application there. If you check out my video from last week, that will show you how to set up Time Machine. It's just a case of plugging in an external hard drive, pointing Time Machine towards it and saying back up to this drive, and then that's all you need to do. You can literally just forget about it. If ever you need to restore anything from Time Machine, you just need to go into the folder or the app that you want to restore it to, click Time Machine, go back in time to find the file or the item that you want to retrieve, click on it, hit restore, and it restores it and brings you back to the present day. So it couldn't be any easier than that. So that's how you can restore items from Time Machine. Now you can of course restore your entire Mac from Time Machine, but obviously I can't show you that on camera. But if you back up your entire Mac, you can completely erase your Mac, or maybe if you get a new one, you can just plug that Time Machine external hard drive back into your Mac and restore everything from the last backup, and this will restore all your system settings, your desktop wallpaper, your applications, all your files. Your dock will be exactly as you left it, so everything will be exactly as it was at that point that you backed it up in time. So that's just another application for Time Machine. It's not necessarily just for retrieving things that perhaps you've deleted. You can of course restore your entire Mac if you get a new Mac, or maybe if you want to wipe your system for any reason and just restore certain parts of the backup, then you can also do that. So if anybody has any comments or questions on this video, then by all means you could submit a comment below or drop me an email. Don't forget to check out my social links below for Facebook and Twitter, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.